A rock star would flip this table.
Shawty, my little boo thing.
And
Shorty got the fatty.
Hey. Welcome to Coming Up for Air.
Howdy, bitch.
Hey.
How you doing?
How's it going? I'm your co-host, Jaxon.
I'm your co-host, Brendan, and we have today
Special guest.
A special guest.
Hello.
How special?
This is my best friend. So that's
Yeah, who the fuck are you?
yeah. What's your name, dog?
I'm Josh.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it a good little grip.
Yeah, a little kiss.
Yeah. But yeah, this is my best friend Josh, of like 13 years.
Yeah, it's
And
probably about that.
yeah, and I mean, he's like my. So Justin had Jaxon on, or Jaxon had Justin on, LOL. And that was like his like homie of like hella years, and like his dog who listens to the podcast like every episode. This is
Road dog.
Yeah, this is my Justin, but his name's Josh.
It's me.
This motherfucker is one of the closest people I have. One of my ride or dies. So yeah, it's about time we had him on the podcast. So
I'm here, ready to go.
hella.
Yeah, dog. So today we're going to be talking about some self-identification and post-high school experiences. This will include things like friendships and like them growing up and growing apart, when they fizzle out or fall out, coming to terms with like who you think you are and who you actually are, stuff like that, you know? Damn. Like that? This is going to be a rough one.
Yeah, look,
We're in for a wild ride. But before we get into all that nitty gritty, let's hit a check-in. So,
dog. I'm gonna tell you about it.
It's been a rough one.
yeah, what's up? What's up, guys?
In the past 3 days, I've put in 32 hours of work. Right.
Ditto.
So me and Josh work for my dad at a plumbing company, and we work in the warehouse that supplies these plumbers and shit like that. So we had to do inventory, which is like basically get a count, like an accurate count.
I know what inventory is.
Yeah.
Thousands of items.
Yeah, of like a whole yard's worth of shit. And it's just like their inventory is like around like $4 million. So it's a
Well, I said thousands of items. You said 4 million.
We're doing good. 4 million product.
well, you also gotta realize, like, if he says thousands of products and I say 4 million, you can kind of assume I meant dollars. But yeah,
Nah, he's actually talking baseless.
oh yeah, low key. Fuck.
That's not a very good profit margin.
No, not even a little bit.
No.
But regardless, yeah, so it was just a lot of shit. And so we spent like all Friday doing pre-count, which was like trying to get like obviously a pre-count of everything and like see what we had and make sure that like we could walk in and just kind of like, oh, this is this, boom, boom, boom. It didn't work out as good as we planned.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were there on Saturday, which is like obviously our off day, for like 12 hours from like 5 a.m.
5 to 5.
Yeah, 5 to 5.
That's what some people's jobs are like, though. Some people do like they do 4 days a week, 12-hour days, or 3 days a week, 12-hour days, and then they have 3 or 4 days off.
Yeah, but like, obviously you have like your nurses who do like crazy ass hours and shit like that.
It's usually warehouse people too.
Yeah, but that shit's crazy to me, bro.
Yeah. But you get all that time off, so.
Yeah.
But that's not what your guys' situation was.
No.
It literally felt like we worked for like, now it's going to feel like 14 days.
And I
Because I literally feel like I didn't have a weekend.
And not only this, bro, but Friday night, right? I was DD for my brother.
I remember.
I didn't get home till midnight. I woke up at like 4 o'clock.
Oof.
Bruh. When I tell you I was hurting on Saturday, bro, I literally looked like a zombie. Yeah, but that OT, that check about to look so nice, bro. That OT about to hit crazy, dog. You have no idea. It's gonna be stupid, bro. I'm actually gonna cry. But yeah, that's kind of my check-in, to be honest with you. It's just people with labor work, bro. That shit's ass. I mean, you make good money, but fuck.
I remember when I did a warehouse job, and it was when I was in production still, and I would do our lighting inventory. And so I would have to take out LED panels, like the individual squares that you like connect together to make giant LED screens.
Yeah.
And I literally got prescription sunglasses for this job because I'd sit there in the warehouse and stare at the panels, turn them on, and just look at all the nodes to see if any of them were out. And if they were out, then I either I had to take the panel off, see if I needed to flip these little, they were maybe 1 inch by 1 inch panels.
Okay.
That are screen LED covers. Yeah. See if they need to be flipped or if the dead node was just dead. And if the node was dead, then I had to mark it as a dead node, mark off which node it was. It was fucked.
Yeah, that's ass.
Yeah, and you do that for almost 6 hours, just staring at LED panels.
Yeah, no, I'm cool off all that.
Anyway, Josh.
No wonder why you're blind.
I was already there. Josh.
It's okay, Josh is too.
Get your check-in.
Yeah, my glasses are definitely
Coke bottles.
Sure.
Got some thickums.
Yeah, I kind of have, I guess kind of the similar check-in as this guy. We've kind of been living, breathing work for days now. When you wake up so early and you get off middle of the day, you're like, oh, I have... Bro, what did you do?
It's always when we have a guest on. It's just because we're so close now. I feel I just have to keep doing stuff. Yeah, because homie just has his mouth open. He's just sitting there so I just slowly put my finger towards
in your mouth. Oh wow. So
anyway,
but yeah, fuck, I don't even remember what I was saying. But
working.
Yeah, when you work an early job and you just think, oh, I work so early and I have all the rest of my day, but it's you crash. You feel like you have now no time and you have to go to sleep so early because you have to wake up at the dick of dawn.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Start all over again.
It's a lot different. I realized working at Dutch at 4 a.m. Because Dutch for me at 4 a.m. No matter how tired I was from the night before,
you could still crank it out,
bro. I've gone.
You could also drink shit. You could shotgun or take espresso shots.
I've woken up drunk as shit and had to go to work, and you just fucking throw up in the bathroom, drink some water, crank a nitro, and you're there. You're good.
I think also that type of job is way different than a warehouse labor job.
Yeah.
Especially on your body.
Yeah, bro, that shit's ass. But fuck, I'm about to look like Hercules by the time I'm done. Hercules. I'm about to look like God. Him.
Those AI pictures?
Yeah, bro, them AI pictures, bro. Did you see those?
No.
Bro.
They're kind of different.
I gotta show you after this, bro. Remind me to show you. I can show you right now, but obviously we can't, unless you want me to send them to you.
And they hoed me.
I think you used the wrong app.
I look like somebody out of Narnia. It's really bad.
One of the mix between animals, but it's not a good mix.
Oh.
They put me in an astronaut costume. He said, oh. They gave me space buns. It was all
They
bad.
gave you space buns?
Yeah,
That's kind of lit, though.
It was crazy, bro. Nah.
Lit.
Bro, they made me look swole, beard, everything.
You look like Kratos.
Yeah.
Yes.
I look like him. Real life.
And they make you look like you.
I look like the scallywag downtown.
The scallywag.
Like an Hobo Johnson over here.
Real life.
All bad.
Yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, the AI pictures went crazy. I don't know where we were going with all this, to be honest with you.
My check-in.
Hella.
But it's pretty much the same as yours. We've had the same couple weeks.
Yeah, working together.
Yeah, I just get off. Go home, wait for my girlfriend to get off. And then just cuddle up.
Imagine.
She gets home.
Yeah, it must be nice. All right.
Oh, it's great.
I'm sitting in between two people who are in just happy relationships. Good for you guys.
It's honestly the best.
I'm actually so happy for you guys.
Thank you.
You thought?
Yeah, no. All right, bro.
My girlfriends would be upset.
Fuck it.
Can't say that after you moved away from me, giving you a little kiss on the cheek. The little Papa Keith.
Hey, tell your girlfriends we could throw gloves on and we could just hop in a ring all together.
Speaking of the ring, dude, you want to hear my check-in?
Hella.
Dog. It only applies because I went to the Ludwig chess boxing event.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Explain what that is for people who don't know who
So
Ludwig
chess
is.
boxing,
And
chess boxing
Chess
is old sport that's been around for a while, but then got really popular in about 2013 or 2003, one of the two, and made a resurgence. And it's basically you do 2 minutes of chess, and it's bullet chess blitz chess or rapid chess. But I think they did blitz, which basically means you have 3 minutes of time and it just ticks down. So I think that's actually rapid chess. Anyway, doesn't matter. And then you do 90 seconds of boxing, so 1:30 of boxing.
Of like getting in a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like boxing,
So basically, what they did is they had like a little
myth fight. I don't know if you
I
saw.
didn't see it.
So basically, they have like a little table that comes down onto the ring. They're in the ring the whole time, and then the
Oh
table
my
comes down. They
goodness.
play chess for that, amount of time, that 2 minutes, and then table goes up. They glove up while the table's going up, and then if they're wearing gear, they pop helmets on or whatever. And if they're not wearing gear, then they just pop gloves on. And
Oh
then
my god.
Yeah, that was the event he went out to.
and so they have two moderators. They have the chess moderator, and then your ref.
Yeah.
And it's wild as fuck.
That's crazy.
And Ludwig also made Ludwig, for those who don't know, is a content creator. He does events and gaming stuff, but he also did a Smash because he's a pro Smash player. Well, he used to play Smash. Now he just is kind of in the environment of it.
In the community.
Yeah, Smash Bros. Melee, which is a fighting game, party-style fighting game with, like, the Mario people. And he did Smash boxing. So same concept. You do a round of Smash, though. So you finish the whole round of Melee, so 4 stock, and then you go into a round of boxing.
What kind of people are
Content creators.
So do they know how to play chess though?
Yeah.
Or do they know how to box?
Some
Like,
of them. So basically, the way that it broke down is some of them are people who know how to play chess, and then some of them really don't know how to play chess, and then all of them train for about 6 to 3 months to box.
That's fire.
Yeah, and so like some of them just have been spending basically every single day in the gym learning to box, training their body. Like
Yeah, TSM Myth low-key looked kind of ripped.
yeah, Myth looked good as shit.
Yeah.
And he was like confident.
Myth's family was right behind him.
Yeah, Myth's family was right behind me. I was on the floor. It was really cool.
Yeah. Shit was crazy.
Yeah, no, it was actually like such a wild time, and it really like made me hype for some stuff.
From a production viewpoint, were you like just in awe?
Honestly, production wise, is aight. And I say this as somebody who's been in the production world. It's still really good.
Yeah.
I think that it's hard to do really like super bombastic like lighting and like really intense production work on an event like this. They had some issues with like they couldn't get their chessboard to digitally show, so they were using chess.com to replicate the moves that were being made on things. So half the time you just had an overshed shot of what it looked like, which is no fault of his. Like, tech issues happen all the time.
Yeah, because they're just renting out the space.
Yeah. And so I think that it was really, really well done because Ludwig's really good at being a showman, and he understands the core values of production and how to hype people up. He understands that thing. He had Germa be the announcer, which is a really smart move, and Germa's a really big showman. So, I mean, from like a production person standpoint, it was honestly really cool to see, and it was really cool some of the things that they did, but it definitely felt like I feel like I can't say much because I know what I'm working on right now, and it won't be on that level. But obviously, I don't have the same funds. But like their graphics looked amazing, their transitions looked amazing. I just think that there's some things that I wish that they did different that would have been really cool. But most of it boils down to like it's just technical issues. It's just stuff that they ran into. It happens. But like honestly, it was one of the best events I've ever been to. It was super exciting.
You had to rate it out of 10. What would it be?
I think if I was being completely non-biased and reasonable, I would give it like an 8 or a 9 out of 10 because it was a really well done. It was a packed event with like all the creators that were there. There was a lot of big names. He had a lot of like variety. He did 2 Smash events, and then he did and he had like top players, like top 50 Smash players in the world were there.
Duked it out.
Yeah, and they did Smash and then fought, and then
imagine
he also had like 2 of the highest rated, or 2 like GM chess players, and then 2 of the highest rated female chess players.
Oh my god!
Also fought, which was Dina. I can't remember her last name, and then Andrea Botez.
Did they? So was it like a tournament style?
It wasn't like a tournament. No, it wasn't like you won, you go to the next bracket. It was just one like the one matches.
So the better players played each other, and then maybe the people who didn't know chess very well, they boxed pretty much.
No, it was you did both. So like no matter what you specialized in, you were playing chess and boxing. Wow. It was like this moment the thing started. You start with 2 minutes of chess, step off, go, and then do boxing for 1:30. And so you either would like really be aiming for the checkmate, or you were trying your best to survive in chess and time stall until you get back to fighting. But these are all people who like play video games and chess and are nerds, and so they get the chance to do this boxing that they've been training for 3 to 6 months. A lot of them wanted to be boxing.
Yeah.
We only saw one checkmate in the whole night.
Especially for the content purposes, I feel like obviously more people just want to see boxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely with an event like that. But it was super lit. Personal bias, it was like a 10 out of 10 event. It was like the most fun I've ever had. It was awesome.
Oh yeah. That's
anyway,
fire.
let's hit the main topic. Let's dive on in.
Hop on in, Papa.
And they're like somewhere.
Okay.
Can you tell he's my friend?
Yeah. So, one of the things you kind of wanted to talk about was your friendships.
Fuck you, by the way.
What, bruv? We ain't there yet.
Fuck you.
We ain't there yet. Shut up.
Fuck you.
Shut up.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah, don't.
Fuck you
You're
too.
spoiling shit, dude. Shut up. So, you wanted to kind of talk about friendships growing up and kind of what that looks like whenever you're like some of your road dogs, aren't your road dogs, and when they kind of like
road dogs
departs.
Autobots.
Where did you kind of want to lead with that? What made you want to talk about that, or like any of this stuff really? Like where do you kind of like come from on these topics that made you kind of go like this is my ish?
Kind of like, well, all throughout like high school, like me and Brendan obviously had known each other like the most out of like trying to meet people in high school. And Brendan was the very outspoken, knew everybody, like no matter how he felt, wanted to slap everybody on the back of the head, and it was okay because like they had some sort of friendship, and I was kind of the one that like stayed in the background, knew a little bit about everybody. No one really knew anything about me type of thing because it was like I didn't really put myself out there. But then, like, towards, like, end of senior year, we met, like, a pretty cool group of people. And then I kind of started putting myself out there with just this group of people, not, like, for everybody. So, I really thought...
I really was that loudmouth, annoying-ass motherfucker.
Yeah, like, you guys couldn't imagine...
Like, y'all heard me hollering from the opposite side of campus type shit.
Yeah, and our high school wasn't, like, enclosed, so
our high school looked like a prison. Yeah,
we didn't have hallways, like... on the inside. Like, our high school wasn't a square. Like, you went outside and then into the next building.
You could see the other side of the campus
outside.
Yeah, like outside. You could see the whole campus.
Yeah.
You like if you stood in the like yard.
Yeah.
Outside the cafeteria, you could see the entire campus.
And he's just screaming, and then you see a bunch of people break their neck looking at who's hollering for no reason.
Yeah, bruh. And I obviously did it because I was a big attention whore at the time, and I just liked being the center of attention. But I was that hollering ass motherfucker for sure. My bad. Yeah. Continue.
But these groups of people, we ended up like every weekend turned into every other day, turned into every day, like being with each other all day. Like one of our homies' houses we would just stay at for sometimes days on end, just doing the most high school, I wouldn't say fully immature, but
just bullshit.
Yeah, we just get into it all the time.
Yeah, bro, we were just smoking weed, fucking playing video games, and getting into some stupid ass shit. It's just like
we had 4 TVs going all at one time for absolutely no reason.
That shit was fun though. I
Like,
think
taking turns just wasn't it anymore. Nobody wanted to hand off the sticks, so we're just like, everybody bring their console over. Fuck the electricity bill.
we've talked.
We're
about
just
that
going
before.
hard for, and
Yeah.
it wasn't even like, you know how you have like land events, whatever you call them. It wasn't even that. It was literally all of us just wanted to play with each other 24/7.
Yeah.
So wait, were you guys like playing the same game? Or?
Yeah. Everybody was in the same party.
Yeah, it was like whether it be like Fortnite,
Yeah.
Rocket League.
Fortnite was not out when you
Shell.
guys
Yeah,
were
it
Yeah,
guys.
it was. Oh yeah.
Bro, we were like
Oh,
my
yeah.
sophomore, junior year, like beginning
When
of
you
senior.
were in high school, Fortnite was out.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
The fuck?
We played
Yeah.
first season.
I was in college whenever Fortnite came out.
Nah,
No.
bro, like my sophomore, junior year, I was big balling. I literally had
No, it wasn't even first season. I retract that. It was like second season.
bro, I literally had like
When we first started.
I literally had like a 5-year memory pop up on my fucking thing.
I mean, you got to think, we'll get it more into it, but we only hung out with this group of people in high school, and like we did this, so it's like it had to have been out, and it was out for a while because we were
Yeah, Fortnite didn't release till 2017.
no, it's not possible. That's not possible.
5 years ago was 2017.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forget how old
I was
I
like,
am.
I was in
wait,
college.
but what
I was
year-
a sophomore.
Oh yeah, I was about to say because we graduated 2019.
2019. I was
Yeah,
a
so
I
sophomore.
was getting ready to go to college.
You're old. You got to forget that.
I didn't know how old you were, so I.
You're an old man.
Oh, she'd main.
Yeah.
I was
You're
getting ready to go
grandpa.
to college.
Yeah. Fucking grandpa.
She'd. That's crazy for me
But yeah,
Yeah.
because that means that because Fortnite didn't get popular till I was in college because it blew up my
When, like,
first semester.
Ninja and all
yeah,
that
we really
bullshit.
were on the wave of it being at its most hype.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. That shit was lit. But yeah.
And it kind of sucked because the only game because I never really had a console like growing up or like was able to play video games. So being able to do that with everybody was like
I sold
for
him.
me.
I sold him his first console, and that thing was a shit box.
Senior year.
I sold him an Xbox
That sounded like a rocket ship.
that sounded like a rocket ship, and honestly, don't know how it hung on for as long as it did for like $150.
360.
No, it was Xbox One, but it was like the
Damn,
original.
I
very
actually don't
first
know how
one.
that one held on then.
Yeah,
like,
It
the
was really
360 's
bad.
Built pretty fucking good.
no, the original Xbox
Yeah,
One.
my brother had the PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, everything.
Oof.
Yeah, this motherfucker
Sega
had.
Genesis,
This motherfucker had
GameCube, all
bikes
that.
and scooters.
Yeah, I had a bike. That was my thing. I was outside every day, dusk till dawn. But
So, at what point did you kind of realize that your friendships were changing, and the days of like all the homies at the LAN party, but you're playing online? Because that's what me and my friends did too. Like
Yeah.
we'd be like, all right, bring your TV, bring your shit.
Yeah.
Like we're all running COD, or we're all running. We're gonna play CS:GO on LAN, and we're gonna do duos, whatever. When did you realize like, oh, this is changing? Like we're not doing this anymore. Like what?
well, honestly, for everybody else, it was probably a little bit earlier than even me because I was kind of the one who didn't really want to do anything because I was doing that so late. So, like middle school, high school, you'd be on your Xbox or whatever till ever, right? But for me, it had started in high school. So I was the lazy one pretty much of the group, didn't have a consistent job, wanted to just stay home. So everybody else was kind of breaking apart almost because they had to go to work. They had to go to school after work, all this stuff. But I would just be at home all the time. So I would still kind of try and stick on to everybody's free time as my only free time and nothing else because I wasn't really doing anything. But really when everyone had to start getting a job, going to college, buying their own stuff, thinking about moving out, like all that stuff.
Yeah, just kind of growing up.
Yeah. So it wasn't like a big fallout or like a big breakup or breakthrough with the homies. Well, some people broke up and everything got like cut in half, but like
That shit was crazy. There was 4 of us.
and we were all friends and the girlfriends were friends.
Yeah, so all of our girlfriends at the time were all best friends, and then
So
all
you guys were like a party of 8.
yeah,
It was ridiculous.
Well, it was 6 and Josh.
And I was always single.
So
Always got my heart broken. I was the 7th wheel, dog.
that's
Always.
Yeah,
that's rough.
yeah,
I
bro.
was
like-
never not
Yeah,
with some.
I can
Yeah,
immediately
you know what's
think
crazy?
of who my
Bro.
friend is.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? So like after football games, right? We'd all pull up to the homegirl's house, and all the homies knew like, yo, after this football game, we're all getting some coochie because that's just how that shit worked. It would be like, obviously, like, the homie would chill. Like, what? At least one person was always chilling with Josh. But
the time everyone went to bed was the worst time for me.
yeah, because this motherfucker was like this, bro, on the couch.
Homie really said, "All right, I'm back out. I'm tapping you in."
That shit was, oh my god.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. But once, like, so I started it because, like, I broke up with my girlfriend at the time, and then the homie
was going through it.
Yeah, I was going through it, and then the homie that we know, mutual, that we worked with, that lives like right there.
Yeah. No, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. He broke up with his girl, and I was like, "Hey, let's go!" Shit was
and then
crazy.
I was finally like,
yeah, and then he was finally,
I was up.
Yeah,
I was up.
yeah, and then Josh was up, and then the other homie that we knew, no, his little brother.
Yeah,
his little brother.
Well, actually, I can't say I was down all the time. I had one long relationship, and then the homie that you're about to talk about got with that.
Yeah. And then what's it called? And then the homie who played ball, who is in the force, broke up with his girl at the time. And then I was like, "Yo, we all did it. Like, we free, baby."
Yeah, we were all single at one time, and then that's when we all really got jobs, got to kind of like grind time.
Yeah, we were all just all like on our own shit type thing. You know what I mean? Because like at some point it kind of just got old of just like doing the same shit over and over. You know what I mean?
And if you really are asking for like one time, I got like a kind of crazy job opportunity, and to like go work in a different state, and I was gone for 3 weeks over my birthday, and like kind of when I came back, nobody was really doing anything, like nothing,
Like with each other.
like I almost thought that like I did something or something happened where I was just pieced out.
Yeah, there was a moment where me and Josh probably didn't talk for like 5 months. 5-6 months.
But it wasn't from then. It was from a little bit after that.
Yeah, but it was just like we all kind of like how me and you, like, we always talk about like those real homies where like you fall off for like a month.
However long.
Yeah, however long, whatever it be. And then, you know, if you were to pick up the phone and fucking call, it would be like, y'all just talked yesterday. Like, it would be nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's like very few that
So from the sounds of it, it doesn't sound like you guys ever really had the like falling out happen with any of your friends.
It was just we all kind of drifted.
Yeah.
Pangea.
You grew. That's wild.
She don't know about Pangea.
So,
bro, if you don't know that quote, bro,
if you know, you know.
Bro, if you don't know that shit, that's crazy. Damn, bro, why you meet me?
that red means that you're peaking.
Loud as fuck.
And it's because you switch your volume so much. Especially now that you're holding it.
It's because I climaxed.
Like that. Like you just switched to super low.
I'm sorry. Oh. Oh.
So, for me, I've been on the other end of the spectrum where I have had fallouts. Like, I've had falling outs with friends and shit. And I've had the experience of, like, what losing friends due to a falling out is, or, like, when one friend doesn't like the other friend and how difficult that can be to kind of navigate those relationships. Because it can be difficult. And I've also had the, like, you know, you just grow apart from people. How do you feel like people should handle when you grow apart from people? Like, how is that something that you can kind of compartmentalize and kind of be like, yeah, like, this is okay, like, it's life, like...
Well, with this one, like, since I'd say, like, 8th grade... So he went to a different middle school. Like, after we played football, he went to a different middle school. And then, like, the middle of 8th grade, he came back, and then we were together since then. Like I said, at least with this one, I could say, like, there was never really a thought in my head ever, regardless, even if he thought it was going to be that way, I knew that there would never be a separation. There would never be a time where if I call, he didn't pick up. Or... if I pulled up, he wasn't going to be there regardless.
It really would have took like me or him doing some like real like slimy ass shit.
Yeah. Like very...
like some real ass slimy ass shit.
Yeah.
Like one of us fucking each other's girls type
yeah.
shit. You know what I mean?
And it's just like that was just something I knew could never happen because of the relationship that we had was so strong that like... that would just, I don't know, that just wasn't an option, you know? And it's like being able to go through life and navigate things that you go through and have to get over, whether it's by yourself or with somebody, that like if it gets to that point, you gotta rock.
Yeah, like you got somebody who's solid. Who at the end of the day, like we said, like you could have just picked up the phone and be like, "Hey, bro, like I'm really on the brink," type shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, "All right, bro, I'll come scoop you up. I'll roll up." Whatever,
and it's happened.
Yada, yada.
Trust me.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you've had your moments where, like, you just break down and you're just like, fuck, shit. I had it with you, a couple times this past week, dog. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where you just kind of like, you have people where you're just comfortable enough to, like, break down. But
also, at the same time saying that, knowing that if one person goes, quote unquote, ghost, or going to be by themselves or doing what they think they got to do,
they're just grinding.
They're all right. Yeah, and like if they did need something, them being by themselves, they know you're there regardless. So it's like if we're talking or we're not talking, it's like that's okay.
Yeah.
And like I said, going through that, knowing that is a really good feeling. It's a really good feeling. So, but like dealing with the fallout part, like with the other ones, I still love them to death. They could come through right now. I'd give them a little hug and a kiss. But I'd do anything for them the same way. But it's just like knowing somebody going to be there, and then on the other side of it with the other ones, knowing somebody going to be there, I don't know. Like I know they would be, but it's like if my life depended on it and I'm putting my trust and faith in somebody else, it's not going to be the other ones. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I think that when it comes to falling out, it's a lot harder than a fizzle. Because with the fizzle, obviously, like, there's no bad blood and you can always kind of reconnect. But I've had even some relationships where it's like this weird kind of middle ground of like, we didn't necessarily end on like amazing terms, but neither of us are like upset with each other. But it's pretty clear with each other that like we're no longer talking.
Yeah.
The group doesn't like you or whatever it might be, and it puts you kind of in an awkward situation where you have this built up love or care for these people that you've spent a lot of time with, but suddenly they're not a part of your life. They're not someone that you were like calling upon, or you are almost, this is going to sound awful, but like you're almost excommunicating that person from interactions. And it's kind of a weird transition to make of being okay with that and being like, I still love this person, but I think I love more the memories that I have with them and what our friendship used to be and not who they are now. Mm-hmm. And that could be either that they changed or I changed or we both changed because, people switch up.
Hello. And it's not even like, yeah, there are bad switch ups where obviously you have somebody do like a complete 180 of personality and like what, like basically like what they're about. You know what I mean? And like that shit's obviously like a slap in the face or like a total like, yeah, like what the fuck is going on? But then you have those people where like
it's meant for them. Like you're kind of glad that they switched up in a way because maybe they're going down the wrong path. You saw them getting in, feeling comfortable.
Well, not even in that case. But like, yeah, obviously that where like somebody starts doing better for themselves. But like there are just some switch ups where you're like, all right, bro, I don't think that me and you are just meant to like.
It was good while it lasted.
Yeah, like we have some dope ass memories, but I just think that me and you are just going in two different directions, and I think that you just don't need to worry about me no more. You know what I mean?
Damn. Homie really said, the company's moving in a different direction than I think we can have you on board with.
You ever feel like...
You ain't got to go home, but you can't stay here, bitch.
You ever feel like smoking so much weed in high school, like it was your fault? That everybody... I'm not saying necessarily you, but it could be the other ones, you, me.
I mean, knowing me now, it probably was my fault.
No, but I'm saying like you're almost like I was saying like right before, like you're glad that they moved on because maybe they're doing better for themselves because I'm now not that influence that's there all the time being, hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do this. Let's do this.
I mean, yeah, but
before we eat, after we eat, before we play games, Like,
well, I don't really think about it.
That's something super interesting. Because
like, bro,
you two have that background of like
I didn't smoke
all the time.
I didn't smoke for a year and a half. And in that year and a half was when me and Brendan didn't talk.
What was that like?
Honestly, it was great. But also during that time, all the homies were still blazing. So it's like I felt like I couldn't go hang with them, or I'd either one, fall back in it, or I'd be that weirdo that didn't want to do it, or you know what I mean. But it's like my willpower is pretty, like I would say, pretty strong. I mean, we smoked nicotine vapes for a while, weed at the same time, and I cut both at the same time. And Brendan always looked at me anytime I say that, and he's like, "How the hell did you do that?" Yeah, he's like, "That's just not easy." Yeah, like as hard as people say marijuana isn't addictive or whatever, but we know nicotine's addictive. But that shit was not easy. I mean,
I think that
at least to the state that we were at.
Yeah, I think that everything's addictive. I think that no matter what it is, if it makes you feel some type of way, even like just.
I was addicted to weed.
Yeah, I was literally talking to my mom about it, like this stuff today. Before I came here, we talked about like addiction and stuff because she was talking to me about like addictive personalities and how it kind of runs in our family to have like
me too.
That, you know. And so she was like asking me like, do you have like any problems? And I was like, I mean, I would. And she like openly said like, I mean, you had the video game issue. And I was like, I mean, yeah, like that was definitely a problem. But she was more talking about like drugs and like alcohol. And I was like, no, I still don't do any drugs.
Told her, yeah, I got a problem carrying around his big ass cock everywhere.
His mother.
My mother.
That's what we're talking about, Papa.
I think that shit is so funny.
But so do you smoke? Oh, I kind of know the answer to this question, but for the audience's sake, like, do you smoke now?
Yeah, once in a while. It's also not an all the time thing.
I don't want us to like stay on this for too long because I feel like it's.
I don't
clearly
smoke every
not,
day.
I feel like it's
every day.
Clearly not where.
Yeah, I got your bitch ass.
No.
Do you kind of miss not smoking, or are you kind of like like what made you kind of be like, yeah, I can do this again?
Because I think I have the willpower to know I don't have to smoke 24 hours of the day or feel that way. I do it because I work a hard ass job and it's stressful and I have a sick ass girlfriend, and it's a cool time to like hang out with her and do that. But
I was gonna say because she smokes weed, he didn't really throw that out there. Like,
yeah,
he's just kind of like, I have a sick ass girlfriend.
She a little chimney.
Got it.
I'm Santa Claus. But yeah,
I actually hate you.
I think
I don't think it's an addictive act anymore. I think it's something that like I can do and know I'm okay without it.
Yeah.
And also my tolerance is so low, I don't gotta smoke nothing to be straight.
Bro, this man, it's like probably 0.10 of my head, and he's like faded. And I'm like,
he faced a blunt and I about croaked over.
And he took like one hit of it, bro. And he was like,
I'm great. So
fire.
With that, you're kind of talking about the whole when you separated, you kind of like stopped smoking, and then when you got back together, you started smoking again, and kind of like, well, it more had like a when you wanted to though.
Yeah. Well, the separating with the substances was way different than whatever the friend stuff was.
But that does kind of pivot us into kind of coming to terms with who you are and who you tell yourself you are.
Yeah.
Which is, I know, something you wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
And what did you kind of want to say on that? What was the thing that made you want to talk about this?
Only because like it kind of ties into a little bit of it all. Like growing up like behind the scenes and kind of putting myself not out there at all. It kind of makes you think a lot of who you are, who everyone thinks you are, because you're not in all these circles. So kind of becoming who I am and figuring out who I am was a journey, because I felt very like the world owed me something, kind of like you had mentioned, a God complex, like you were everything to everybody but nothing to nobody at the same time, because it's like you feel like you give your all with nothing in return. So you just always question yourself. And I became a very big overthinker in all aspects of the word. And so just kind of figuring out
like Josh,
my day to day.
Josh used to think about some shit that like, he'd be like, bro, what if this happened? And he would just spit out some shit that I'd be like, how the fuck did you even like
it's a movie in my head at all times.
Like Josh thinks about some of the most like And not even like in a dick ass way, but like sometimes you just literally hear it and you're like, bro, that literally would, like, the possibility of that shit happening.
It's a dream.
But if the fact that it being a possibility, not like, there's been times where Josh won't do something because he's like, bro, this could happen. And the homies are like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, there's no way. He's like, bro, it could happen. Like, you cannot convince him otherwise. It shit blows my mind.
Yeah, like I don't know. Like, if I'm by myself somewhere, all I do is think about what could happen in the most grandest way.
Like, if someone crashed through the fucking top.
It's called anxiety.
Like, if I'm
paranoia.
At 3 a.m., it's really bad. Like,
yeah.
We can get into it a little bit if you want, but I play movies in my head and I create them myself. Literally this morning, like, it happens every 20 minutes, but this morning, 3 a.m., waking up for work, I went to the bathroom. As soon as I saw a light in the bathroom, all I thought was, there's somebody in there. Why are you laughing, bro? All I was thinking was, there's somebody in the bathtub. I don't know what weapon they have. And I play a scenario of what I would do if I was in that situation. But, bro. What's up?
Well, like,
I'm not laughing because it's like,
and it's like, and I think of this situation
because I'm used to this, bro. Like, I hear somebody.
That's like hypervigilant anxiety and paranoia. By the way,
no,
it is the idea that like you cannot stop yourself from thinking of these concepts, and it kind of like consumes you.
Yeah,
and he's a little bit of a hypochondriac for sure,
and it really fucks me up. I'm not gonna lie, because I'll like, just to finish what I was saying, I'll do this while I'm doing the act of urinating. Like, I'm in the bathroom, but I'm also playing back what would happen if I was in the scenario. You know, like, we would pull up to the dispensary. What would happen if somebody ran around the car? Yo, I can't with you.
And then when I get in the car, he's like, bruv. He's like, all I'm saying is, if someone would have came around his car, I'm ready. I'm like, bro, who the fuck?
Like, I would literally there'd be sometimes my parents are out of town. I'd walk in with weapons in my hand and walk around the entire house, because if the possibility came that that's the case, I have already thought about it.
Well, like that's what I used to be like. And sometimes I still get that of like, I would walk around the house like, and I'd just be like, dude, I know somebody's here.
Like, I think I'm pretty aware of my surroundings. And then Josh sometimes would be like, bro, you see that? And I'll be like, no. He'd be like, yo, 200 yards out. That fucking dude, he just looks shady, bro. And then keep walking.
I'm like, on 10 toes 24/7.
I used
and I'm
to,
like, people will always say like, you're a square, like, you're this, you don't come from that, you don't come from this. But it's like, that doesn't affect the way that my brain processes scenarios or what I have seen in the past or what I have gone through. And it, like you said, it consumes you. And it can get really bad. Like, you could be sitting at dinner and you get hot instantly, and then you get cold, and then your chest tightens up, and then your appetite goes away, and then you go to the bathroom. Like, it's
dude, ain't nothing fucking worse than being out at a dinner, especially if it's like you're on a date. Like, dates, I feel like, are the worst time. Family dinners,
never been on a date in my life.
Second worst. Family dinners.
You've been with your girl for almost a year and you haven't been on a date with her?
A date is usually like, before you meet somebody, you go out to dinner.
No, you can do like date nights.
No, you can.
Oh, well, date nights is different.
You said
that's
you've
still
been
a
on
date.
a date.
Well,
stupid.
No, but I'm thinking in your scenario, like, you don't know this girl.
Oh no,
and
like,
then this
it's just
happens
like
to you.
a date, like, even if it's with an established significant other, or like you're with your family, it's like the second worst. But like that situation, and then you lose all your appetite because like either someone walks through the door, or like what I used to have the really bad habit of doing was I would literally like walk into a building and like be like, okay, there's this many cameras. Are there people in here?
Every
like
time.
And like, where are my exits? Like it was literally a compulsive like issue. And it still happens every now and then, but I've gotten a lot of it under control.
Like, the most I do is like do a scan and sit towards facing the door.
But what happened if we're on the topic of anxiety, I stopped smoking weed because I had smoked and I thought I was like about to die. Full on panic attack.
Yeah,
I was in the hospital for 3 days. Didn't know what was wrong with me.
Yeah, he definitely like got in his own head like really, really bad.
My heart was at top level beating for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah,
Dangerous shit.
Yeah. So, but it's like now I can smoke and I'm good. You know, like if I smoke too much, I know I could get there, but I just don't. It's not about getting as high as possible. You know?
You want to know what happened with me and Brendan the first time we hung out? The first time we hung out, we go to eat, and he shows up, and he's like, "Oh, hey, what's up, dude?" You know, and then like he sits down, and then the first thing he says to me as we sit down is, "Normally, I would not let you sit where you're sitting. I would be sitting you
because you have your back not towards the door, right?"
Well, yeah, I'm facing the door.
Yeah,
right?
he
had his back to the door. He's like, "I hate sitting with my back to the door." I was like, "Oh, we can swap, dude." He's like, "Nah, just because I love you." And I was just like, okay. Yeah. It's the first time we ever hung out. And I was like, it's such a weird little detail that I remember so vividly, though. But it's like, and it was like this thing that I took note of, like,
I was so late.
Motherfuckers got paranoid as shit.
I was so late because I like showered late, and then I rolled a blunt, smoked a blunt, and then I was on my way.
You need to give your times, your ETAs, like 30 minutes.
Well, he knows now whenever it's my time, it's usually like tack on 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I literally...
I'll still do that.
I used to have friends that, like, I literally would be like, oh, this is this person time. Mm-hmm. And so whenever I'm hanging out with homies and they'll be like, oh, aren't you supposed to do this thing with Brendan? I'll be like, oh, it's Brendan time, though. So, like, I say 2, but he actually means 3.
Yeah. An hour is crazy.
Yeah, hella. I ride on Puerto Rican time, bro.
Every race has a different time.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
No, this motherfucker just got a time zone in his head.
Yeah, it's my world. Y'all living in it, bitch. Get right. Hello?
So, we also wanted to talk about a little bit what comes after high school. When you kind of are in that post-high school mindset of, you know, college or work or, like, where you kind of go, the friends that you have, like, what kind of happens to you?
Right after high school, me and this dude went to college.
For a month,
and then dropped out because that high school college was dog shit. And
we never went back.
Well, really what happened was the thing hit the world and fucked it all up. And I couldn't learn online.
Oh, you're talking about the big ick?
The big ick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything went to online. I think you left before that.
I left way before that.
Yeah. He scholarships for a dance routine.
No.
It's pretty much what it was. You never went to a practice. There was never a game.
Bro,
and you got like 10 bands.
I got 13 G's for frisbee golf.
Tell
and
him.
I didn't throw one fucking frisbee.
Set the record straight. Yeah, it was really bad.
That
the
motherfucker was like, yo, he was like the old security guard for our high school that ended up getting hired over at the coach over there for frisbee golf. He was like,
frisbee golf.
He was like, yo, I can run you 13 G's for a scholarship. I was like, I'm there.
Yeah. University.
Brendan really did just turn white as shit for like 3 months, huh?
Frisbee golf is crazy.
Yeah. Straight
off of playing football for freaking 15 years.
Yeah, and I was just like, well, I wasn't gonna go play football over there because I wasn't gonna do anything over there. I already made it up in my mind that I did not have the want or like the drive to like actually succeed in football how most motherfuckers should. So I was like, fuck it. I was like, I'll go, try to get some education. And then I sat in them classes, and it was a bunch of bullshit. Yeah. Me and Josh literally fucked around the entire time, bro. And yeah, I just didn't I was class clown in college, bro. To be honest with you, it was just
we never had a class either.
I was going to say, which is honestly the worst thing you could be in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody there wanting a class count.
That shit is so cringy.
Especially not the teacher.
Yeah, I literally was just there to fucking not give a damn. I'm going to be honest with you. So it got to a point where like I just didn't show up, and then his mommy, who used to work for the university, was like, bro, you got to start showing up. And then I just looked at my parents and I was like, bro, I don't want to do that shit. They were like, well, we wish you would have said something before we put out a fat loan for you. And I was like, yeah, probably. But I got the experience.
Yeah, that's life,
The 2-month experience.
Yeah, and then I told him I was gonna go on a break and then try and go back, and then obviously we know how that goes. So, but college is a ripoff, bro.
So you guys dip from college. Mm-hmm. So what's kind of the move? What's the mindset that you guys have post college?
I started working for Dutch.
Yeah,
I did nothing. And it's honestly really bad.
I was worried about Josh for a while.
What?
I said I was worried about you for a while.
Yeah. I had that first console. That's all I did, 12 hours a day. But my schedule was flipped because he worked nights. So once he got off, or a little bit after I would wake up, he got off, so then we would play.
Yeah, we would
pretty
play,
much all night.
Yeah, we'd like go to the homies, smoke a little bit.
Yeah.
And
then, this is the same time where this kind of started fading out.
Yeah, and then it was like we would just play hella fucking video games together, and we were just grinding. And then I got into kind of a little bit of streaming, or like I was starting to, because he got into streaming because of his brother.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of like from there. It was just like,
it's weird because I feel like the way you guys tell the story, I came in pretty quickly after that.
Yeah. It was like
the thing is from college of when we left, it's probably he skipped like 2.5 years, but in these 2.5 years, nothing happened.
Yeah, like the 3
went
years.
To Dutch every single day, worked. I did absolutely nothing.
What year did you guys graduate?
2019.
What year did we meet?
2021.
So for all of 2020,
it's been about only 2 years. I've only been away from Dutch. You've only been away from Dutch.
Oh no, it's more of like, when did I start Dutch?
Yeah. So it's like,
well, I guess
maybe
not 2.5 years, a year and a half.
So like,
I had odd jobs. Like I worked at UPS for a little bit. I worked at Cane's for a little bit.
Yeah, because when I met you, you were either like on the way out from a job or like in between jobs.
Yeah, that was about my birthday. I think that's when I was traveling because I came back. But I made a buku's amount of money in 3 weeks.
Buku.
And
like $4,000.
Like $7,500.
Like $7,500 in 3 weeks.
So that, in my mindset of doing nothing, I bought an entire setup, and that's all I did until from the beginning or the middle of March till about the end of July.
Which year?
2021.
Yeah.
And so
grinding
from August,
Warzone demon.
Yeah, going crazy. And then starting in like
Not
December,
really, but
fuck you. Starting in like December, I got this job where I'm at, and then I've been there almost a year.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah,
there was it seems like so long. Like I did nothing for so long.
Yeah, it was like he had started streaming and he got all his shit set up. And then when I was like, yo, this shit looks kind of fire, like I want to start doing this, I had just met you and you were like, oh yeah, bro, like I stream, yada yada. And then I like just got into it and I was like, bro, help me out. And then you like obviously like that was like around the same time.
And then I also want to add in here, I met the dopest girl. I have to talk about it because
go ahead, bro.
Where do I don't even know where to start,
hey,
bro.
hold on, hold on. I'm gonna ask you the question. You can go on from here. Tell us what it feels like to be in a relationship that you fully fledged, or like just what it feels like to have like full trust and like feel like you met somebody that you could actually like.
Yeah, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me because it's like,
especially as young as we are, like that shit don't happen as often.
No, and I know that it doesn't. And knowing this girl's heart since freaking the beginning, it's like those bad feelings we were talking about at dinner or at home, it goes away when they're in the room. Like it's a different type of feeling knowing that you have somebody that would literally do anything and continues to do anything for you every single day. It's like we've all been through a girlfriend here, girlfriend there, heartbreak here, right? And it's like knowing that won't happen because of where we're at and how much we care about each other is the best thing ever. Like we met on a whim of neither of us wanting a relationship, and I feel like that's always how it happens. And I doubted it for a while, just knowing my trust issues and all that stuff. Like no one meets my mother. My mom's everything to me. She met my mom, and it was honestly just set sail from there.
Bukus.
Amount of love. Yeah, she's great. I mean, I could go on and on, really, if you want me to.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, good shit, dog.
Love you, babe.
Glad to see all the homies happy. You know the vibes.
You'll get there.
Nah, I'm gonna just sit here. Hey, you know who's my baby girl? Mary Jane.
Jax.
And Jax.
The pup.
Not me.
Nah, not Jackson. I have a little bulldog named Jaxon. It's my little fucking. That's literally my son. That's all I need in this world, to be honest with you. Like if I had to go and fight the entire world with Jax, I'd be okay.
But also me.
No. Just my dog.
No, but like also me.
But like just my dog.
Dog, I'm literally the one who fixes everything for you.
Yeah, you'll be my Merlin. I'll just be the wizard. Like you're like apprentice.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
You've never heard like Merlin in The Apprentice?
No.
You're talking about Prince Arthur?
Yeah, I'll be Prince Arthur.
All right, you're Prince Arthur.
You're Merlin.
I'm Merlin. Who's Josh?
That motherfucker.
You don't know anyone else, do you?
I don't know anyone else.
I was about to say Camelot.
I thought you said Kiki. Say Kiki.
Sir
You
Cumberland.
love me.
Sir Cumberland.
I think you just like that.
Circumference.
Circum.
Can we keep talking about my girlfriend?
This
Hey, speaking
motherfucker.
of girls, dude, I just looked at our fucking audience breakdown. Oof.
Rough.
No girls? Or all girls?
We went from 50-50 to 70-30.
Oh, wow.
Tough.
Of dudes? On top?
Yeah.
Wowza.
Yeah.
It might be. It
feel like
might have
that's-
actually dropped more.
That's pretty normal, though, I feel
That's
like.
probably my
with a
fault.
male-based podcast. Because it's like,
It's probably my fault.
probably.
Probably.
You literally talked about feminism and it's still your fault.
It's still my fault.
Maybe if you didn't say females.
You know, I learned that. After that podcast, I learned that. Because that's like,
That's a real thing.
yeah, I didn't know that.
That it's like a disrespectful thing.
Yeah, because it's like,
This shit's crazy.
for what? Like,
How would you
and
like it if
also,
somebody was like males?
Men.
I don't
Men.
care.
See, but Brendan just corrected it.
Men. Men this, men that.
I guess it would.
Where is she? Where's Rachel? Joker.
Something's in the way. Yeah.
Oh, bro.
It's
I feel
a
like
comedy podcast.
I just feel like there's certain like phrases, I guess, but there's not one word. I feel like from
No, dude.
males that
Literally, I was literally talking to Mac about this last night when we were driving home, and we talked about the podcast and kind of some of the stuff that I planned for it and like how things were. And he's like, "It's been crazy to watch like your guys' progress." And I was like, "Thanks, man." He's like, "Yeah, Brendan doesn't seem like he hates women now." But he was like, you could literally go from...
Hey, and that's on healing, dog.
But
And that's on
can,
healing,
You
bro.
can literally go to episode 1 and just kind of like skip to like any given moment Brendan's talking.
He's like, fuck women.
Yeah, and he tries to tone it back so hard, but you can still see literally me go
Like the rage. I had
just
pure
like tighten.
rage.
it's just like,
I was angry at the world, bro. I was an angry fucking
and I feel like it wasn't just women. I feel like at the time of the
Everybody
experiences, one, it was everybody, but two, it's just some motherfuckers, and it just happened to be women. You know?
Yeah, and it was like one after, like it was a domino effect. I don't get me wrong, I let it happen for so long, and obviously I had multiple.
Definitely some of it was your fault.
Yeah, a lot of it was my fault because I just let it continue to happen. You know what I mean? But you know, you like to hope and
Pray.
yeah, just that
And that's on being stupid.
and that's on being stupid and wishing, or what's it called? Seeing the best in people because they're evil. Sorry,
I just feel like when you
People,
just
not women.
when you just
people. Yeah, in general.
when you've gone through the relationship aspects in all levels, you just know who you are in a relationship and whether you're the problem or you're the answer.
But they don't. People don't acknowledge that they're the problem.
I promise
but
you, they do not
no,
acknowledge.
but I'm talking about you in particular.
Yeah, like I know that
still-
I'm just trying to find somebody where I could tongue punch the fart box, bro. You know what I
Yo,
mean?
relax.
Like I want to feel
That's
comfortable.
getting edited out.
No, bro, you have to clip that.
you have to,
You have to
that
clip
has
bro.
that's staying in
Yeah,
for
you have
sure.
to-
You know what this button
I
does?
want her to fart in my mouth.
You know what that's getting put in though. You know what this
I'm
button does?
disliking this episode if that's not in.
You know what this button does? Remember a couple episodes ago, whenever I started like ranting about and I was like, "You dumb bitch."
Yeah.
It's just that segment. It's just the "you dumb bitch."
That's why I'm gonna be
right
honest with you.
Wait.
That's why I want to buy you your new one because I want this one.
I want a new one so bad.
I want this.
I'll
one.
buy it from you.
No, he's gonna give it to me because he loves me.
I don't. I just need the new one.
I know.
So bad.
We can go halvesies on it.
I feel like we really did not talk about our main topics that much.
No, we really didn't. We kind of just.
I feel like it's. We're probably this will probably get cut a little bit, right? I feel like we've
Yeah, I'm gonna edit
We
this.
flowed very well.
I think that this podcast works its best when we are lax and talking.
Yeah, that's why we were just kind of chilling.
What a wild time.
But
I feel like it's a pretty good, not wrap up time, but that'd be up to y'all. But I feel like we did good.
yeah, this motherfucker's trying to go home.
No, I didn't say that.
Is what he's trying.
Let's come up. Let's come up.
Cheer, bitch.
Let's come up for some
Can we come up for something else?
Yeah, you want cock and ball? Oh.
Maybe.
Yeah.
fine.
Still, fuck you. By the way.
Yeah, we can talk about this.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Yeah. So
Yeah, y'all can have that.
yeah. The Eagles absolutely shit on the Giants.
Oh, let's go, baby.
Jackson's not even a real Eagles fan.
What the fuck?
Damn.
It's fine.
The fuck you mean, brother?
You're not a real Eagles fan.
How
It's
am I
fine.
not a real Eagles fan?
Who's the quarterback for the Eagles? I've told you this at least 3 times.
It's not in my this is important
No, it's
information.
not Mike Vick.
No, I said this
You
is
dumb
not in
bitch.
my important information files.
Oh, I know.
You know what I did see though?
What?
Not the quarterback.
The quarterback for the Bills, he got some legs on him.
Yeah,
Pause.
Josh Allen is an absolute fucking
Yeah,
animal.
he got some legs on
Pause.
him.
Yeah, he
Anyway,
can run.
that's what. And I only know that because I saw it today.
Yeah, but yeah, Giants just played terrible. But I mean, we also don't have any wide receivers, so it'd be like that. It is what it is. But I won't talk too long on it. It's a sad day. We were looking really well as a playoff team, and now
Let's go.
Yeah, now we're just fucked. So
Fucked.
that's that.
I wish I knew anything about whatever the fuck you just said.
Football, Giants. It's okay. Yeah, but he doesn't act like he likes any teams.
I mean,
I played football for like 7 years and never got into it.
I like teams.
You just played football to play football.
I only played it because I was a big dude.
Or you?
Me.
He's a quarterback.
Really?
Yeah, he's a little
Quarterback
bitch.
and
We played the game because he
Quarterback.
played the game. If he didn't play the game, we wouldn't be there.
Who?
Us.
Who?
There'd be no point in football if he didn't have that position. So he's not a bitch. He's
Yes, there
the
would.
master.
Yeah, it's called Wildcat. You just hike to the fucking running back, run Wildcat all day. It's basically what we did in fucking Wing T. That shit was ass. Run play after run play after
how
run
are you
play.
gonna say
Now you're
yeah
speaking
there is
gibberish.
and then be like that was ass? The fuck?
Because, bro, when you run 15 run plays in a row, and you're
And you
dying
just
on the
just
field-
said that was the only thing to run. Then
Well, I mean, it's still possible.
I think you're just a dumb bitch.
Oh.
You know what? I am a dumb bitch.
Oh. Can I agree?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're a dumb bitch.
Cool. How'd that feel?
Oh my God. Y'all have no clue.
Neither does this, man. This man gets shit on all day at work.
All
I bully
day.
this kid at work. I'm not gonna lie.
Bully is crazy. I get shit on all day by everybody in the warehouse. But guess what? Me being the nice guy I am, and you
All
gonna
right,
disagree
all right.
because you're a piece of shit.
All right.
I just take it
Low key, same.
because I love this guy, and I'm gonna let him take it out on me. Because if he take it out on somebody else, I'm gonna have to put up bail somewhere, and I don't want to do it. So I'm gonna just take it.
Josh, what do you want to come about?
Brandon being a bitch. Nah, I don't know. I really liked being here today. I think that was sick. I've been talking about it with Ben for a while. That's all I do is watch podcasts. Yeah, he's fucking up. See, dumb bitch. Yeah, I love being here. Thank you guys.
Yeah, how
Let
was
me
the
talk a little
experience?
bit. It was great. I say a lot,
It's okay, we
Yeah.
do too.
Yeah,
but
hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. You're gonna listen to yourself talk.
I'm gonna hate it.
Yeah, and you're gonna be like, damn.
It's
Yeah.
kind of how the first month goes, at least.
I feel like with this one it's a little bit different, but that one definitely you hear yourself perfect.
Yeah, you would definitely hate yourself in that.
Yeah. But no, thank y'all for having me. Thank you guys.
We got a little bit of time still.
Huh?
We got a little bit of time still.
Yeah, he's still gonna do his coming.
Oh yeah. But thank you guys. I love being here. I love you guys.
Yeah, thanks for being here, dog.
You're welcome.
I just want to say I was right.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, he's got this whole fucking spiel.
So,
last episode.
Game of the Year happened. Game of the Year awards happened. And I told Brendan that Elden Ring is going to win Game of the Year and that God of War will win Best Narrative. And I called it. It
Perfectly.
was fucking right.
Hello.
The only thing that I didn't call... So Call of Duty didn't win fucking anything.
Of course not.
which is all kind of wild because
crazy.
Splatoon 3 won best multiplayer game, which is psychotic.
I've never
Who the
even
fuck
heard of Splatoon.
allowed that to happen?
Like Apex is still out. Overwatch is
Apex
still out.
also did not win best supported game.
Really?
Yeah, no. Honestly, though, after the year they've had, I'm not sure it's deserved.
Yeah, I feel like that whole debacle of like Apex and Call of Duty is people have so many different opinions about it. I feel like it just can't win.
I'm trying to think of
And people shit on Call of Duty.
Apex
this
is
year.
still the best battle royale.
Ludwig won Content
Opinion.
Creator of the Year.
Did he?
Yeah.
Really?
Against Cutie, Nobu, and someone else.
Nice. Good for him.
Yeah, kind of wild,
Kind of crazy.
but also cool, sick.
Go for him.
Yeah, good for him, honestly. And then
He's been grinding for a while.
yeah, dude, my man does not stop.
Yeah.
He started
Hey,
on the same
also-
time Jaxon did.
Shout out freaking
Or
The
He's
big
doing
Twitch
it way
creators.
before me.
Oh, I meant to say
He popped up.
You guys were playing the same shit and kind of doing the same shit. You just weren't streaming. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah,
What were you saying?
wild random topic. How do you feel about people coming up super fast? And how do you think they're going to continue their climax? I'm kind of referencing Kai Cenat on Twitch, him being number one, because he
Dude.
literally has YouTube videos for Twitch streams. And how long do you think he could do that for? Are you familiar?
yeah, I'm familiar with
I mean,
Kai.
he comes up with a lot of shit all the time.
I think Kai is really smart about knowing what his audience likes, but I think he came up so fast that he doesn't understand the voice that he has and the way that it can,
Carrie.
yeah, and the fact that like the sustainability of that can get really fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Because there's already some.
He's doing
yeah, even with speed, like the whole like
he's doing a month stream in March.
That's fine. I think that that's smart.
A month straight.
That's what Ludwig did. That's how Ludwig popped off and blasted.
Do you know how insane that is?
bro, that's like without
Not cutting
Yeah.
off the camera, waking
Yeah, that's
up,
what Ludwig
going to
did.
sleep, eating, doing whatever.
imagine
that's-
taking
that's
off
low-key-
a month and just streaming.
That's
every
low
day.
key kind of common nowadays to do like,
Yeah.
I'm going to do a subathon and there's no limit, or
Yeah.
I'm going to do like a month long stream.
I think he is doing a subathon like thing,
But he's like,
but he's capping it at a month. He got 100,000 subscribers. He's only been streaming for 1 year.
I think that he also really understands, like, for example, God of War release night. You know what he does?
Plays
dresses up as fucking
Dresses up as
Yeah,
Kratos,
Kratos.
like full, like puts body paint on, like he does the full 9 yards, like
and he FaceTimes Drake or
Yeah.
21 Savage
Or
Uzi
like-
Vert.
he
Lil
does
Baby.
wild shit.
Yeah.
But I think that
Blueface.
he
He has
also,
Blueface and Krishan freaking fighting in his room.
I think it's also really dangerous because he does. I think that this kind of gets into a little bit of like a complicated conversation, which is like, for example, talking about paying your mods.
Yeah.
It's a relationship that is up to the streamer, but
I'm pretty sure he's mentioned he pays them
no,
very well.
he literally says "fuck no."
What?
He said
Yeah,
it
he doesn't
live
pay
on
it.
stream. He goes, "Fuck no, I'm not paying my mods. Why would I pay them?"
Yeah, and that,
Oh,
which is like-
and not only that, but
that surprises me.
but you,
Which is
but,
fine.
But you,
Yeah.
but you also got to realize, like, from his standpoint, some of his mods were scamming the subscribers.
No,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
talked about it.
So like so there's like
But-
certain shit that like he doesn't ask those mods to be on. Like I'm sure he would have people willingly.
and that's why I'm saying like it's a very like up in the air, and it's a new thing. It's a new streaming is so new.
Yeah.
It is content creation and streaming is like still developing extremely rapidly and trying to figure out what its actual place in society is. Like we still don't even know really what the place for content creators is in society, let alone like how the hierarchy of like people blowing up and like what that means, and if rapid growth is a good thing or a bad thing. You know, the fact that somebody could post a clip and that clip just happens to land on the right day, the right time, the right person sees it, blasts it, and then suddenly that person gains 10K overnight, and that friction, that shit keeps going. So I don't think that there is anything that I can particularly say that makes it good or bad whether or not content creators grow so rapidly, but I think that it's definitely there's something to be said about people who enter a position of power or fame quickly and without putting in all of the love, all of the effort, all of the like slow change.
On YouTube.
Yeah, and we also see what happened with Speed. Like at the World Cup, bro basically got canceled for doing that racist ass shit with the Chinese dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
I think I saw a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yeah, he basically was just like, he basically, he said konnichiwa, and then the dude was like, no konnichiwa, like, I'm Chinese, and then he kept saying it, and then just basically, like,
He's just being an asshole.
Yeah, he's just being a dick. And then he later on tried to make an apology, and everyone was like...
But also, it wasn't really an apology.
Yeah, it was like, oh, like, that wasn't my intention. Like, I was just messing with him, yada, yada. And then...
It's like the little baby apology.
Yeah, it was just...
Or baby, sorry.
It was just some dumbass shit.
I think that it's fine. I think that if people can adjust to it well, then whatever.
He's got to realize, like, everyone's like, bro, when he turns 18, like, he cannot be doing that shit. Because he's still 17.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is like you got to
maturity level standard is going to be higher.
Yeah, your audience, like who's your audience? How old are you?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of things that really play into like blowing up and the rapidness of it and like what did you look like before? How long have you been working for this? Like there's so much that goes into that can either like make or break the type of person that you are as a content creator. But anyway. Yeah. Kim, you're kind of lit. Excited for some new stuff that's coming out. Should be a good time. God of War won so much shit.
Yeah, I bet.
I'm hella gonna try and start streaming more too.
Swear.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to do it. But the only game I've ever really liked is Call of Duty. So I'm gonna try and broaden my horizons and try and play different games.
I want you to get back into Apex so bad, dude.
Mac's been playing a little bit of it.
Who?
Mac?
Oh, bro.
So
if I
I updated it.
You would love Catalyst. You really would.
I updated the game, so it's kind of my little step to play it some more.
Yeah,
once I find some time.
Get into it.
I think you would really like Catalyst. I think you should just give it a shot.
This is an off pod talk.
Yeah.
But we're gonna call it here. We're gonna wrap this shit up.
I don't know if you want to get out any socials.
You said you were gonna start streaming. So where can they find you?
Oh yeah, what's the Twitch? Twitch.
Twitch is Scurffy, SCURF with 2 Y's.
It'll be down below as well.
Oh, what a guy. Yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Brendan, where can they find you?
Killer B420 on Instagram, Twitter, and then Killer B Dabs on TikTok.
And you can find me
on Twitch, Killer B420. I'm sorry.
And you can find me at RQ on Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. And if you like the podcast and want to find more of us, where can they find us?
Coming Up for Air on Instagram, and then Up for Aircast on Twitter, and on TikTok as well, I believe it's.
Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music.
Yep, all that shit.
All of them. All the good shits.
Like and subscribe, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, do all that stuff, please. It helps us out. And there's going to be some big, exciting stuff coming to the podcast here in the next couple months.
Facts, bro.
So stay tuned.
Yeah.
We also, on Christmas Eve, have our Christmas special dropping. So make sure to stay tuned for that, too.
Oh, yeah.
Good shit. Josh, thanks for being on, man.
Thank you, guys.
Hope you enjoyed.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude.
Love y'all.
Thanks for chatting.
Appreciate you, dog.
Nugs is crazy.
Nugs is crazy. All right. Later, y'all.
Love you, babe.
Bye.